Hey guys, it's Laurelei Lee, and I am incredibly sick, but that's not going to stop me from watching RWBY because I do not want to be spoiled, and the internet sucks sometimes. So, before we get started, I do want to mention one thing, and please watch this. If you're about to skip ahead, please watch this. So last weekend me and my friends held our 24-hour extra live stream, but as some of you may know, it was attacked by hackers who launched a DDoS attack on it, which meant that a lot of people could not get their donations through. So we ended up raising not even half of what we had anticipated being able to raise. So our Extra Life page is going to be open to the end of the year. We have some awesome stretch goals that we really want to unlock by the end of the year. So if you can take a moment and just donate any little amount that you can, it's to help raise money for the Children's Hospital at St. Francis in Tulsa. And it's a really important place. It's the only children's hospital in northeastern Oklahoma where I live, and it also includes a St. Jude's clinic for children cancer patients. So it's a really important cause, and it would mean the world to me if you took a moment and donated even the tiniest amount. If everyone who watched this video donated $1, we could exceed our goal exponentially. But yeah, so I'm going to put that at the very top of the description. If you can go check that out, please. It would mean the world to me and my friends. And it would mean a lot to a bunch of kids who really need the help. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, so last week was the premiere of RWBY as well. Which, oh my gosh, the dark circles under my eyes. I keep glancing at myself in my camera, and it's bad. It's so bad. Oh, I've been in bed with the flu for like 3 days already, so yikes. But yeah, so last week was the premiere of RWBY, which was crazy awesome. I've loved where RWBY's been going the past couple volumes. Not volume 5 so much, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But volume 6 was incredible, and I love how it led into this volume. I love seeing Atlas, I love seeing Mantle, I love seeing the people in Atlas that we haven't seen since volume 4. Like General Ironwood and Winter, even though we haven't officially gotten to see them yet. I'm looking forward to see what happens with Weiss's family this volume, and by that I mean I hope they have terrible, horrible, tragic ends, because I'm petty and they're awful. But I'm really looking forward to seeing all these new people in Atlas, all the old people that we love, hopefully maybe seeing some other characters from Atlas that we've seen in the past but haven't seen in a long time. We finally met Penny's dad, and we got the confirmation that Penny is still alive, still around, that they were able to bring her back, which, as I said before, I was a little unsure on whether or not they'd be able to do it because of the whole aura soul thing, but the way they explained it, I'm pretty okay with it. Plus, it's just good to have her back. She's just a sweetheart, and I love seeing her again. The fights are awesome. Jason's doing an amazing job as Crow. I love his take on it. If there are a lot of jump cuts in this video, it's because I'm coughing like crazy. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's new outfits. And last episode ended up with them getting arrested by the Ace Ops, which could just be Aesop's, but also I feel like with RWBY and its fairy tale history could be a reference to Aesop's fables, but you know. So yeah, that's concerning, but here we go. That's where we're at, and before I keep babbling and make myself cough more, I think we should just press play, okay?
Keep dreaming about a better world. You keep wishing for some clarity. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from this gravity. You're holding out for so long that it glides.
It's gonna take me a while to catch on to the lyrics for this, but I'm gonna work on it.
When you don't know where to turn to,
So Jean's on that skinny jeans game. I saw people theorizing that this is the Winter Maiden. And then I completely missed this last time, but that's Crow in his new outfit. And holy cow. I love it. I love RWBY's new hairstyle too, just gotta say that. So cool. Oh baby, it'll be okay.
Where do you think they're taking us?
I'm gonna go with jail.
I still can't believe that fishing pole guy took us out like it was nothing.
Welcome to Atlas. Those were Ironwood's ace operatives.
You guys had a run-in with the Aesops? Ironwood must really have a bone to pick with you.
I recognize
They're
their
not
voice.
that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal? The Aesops are the elite of elite military huntsmen. And Ironwood's personal attack dogs.
Eric?
So they got you too, huh?
I wouldn't let myself get caught by them. I'm here because I've been speaking out against Atlas's exploitation of Mantle, and General Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worth it if it gets people talking about our cause.
I don't like this guy.
Yes, the fight for better conditions in Mantle, led by the charismatic, talented, lovely Robin Hill and her happy huntresses. They were all top Atlas Academy graduates
Robin
who
Hill.
could have signed up for the military,
Oh.
but Robin and the huntresses chose to stay in Mantle. She's gunning for a seat on the Kingdom's Council, and when she gets it, she's gonna put an end to Ironwood's tyranny!
Happy Huntresses.
Is that their real name? Don't you think
Oh,
tyranny's a
female
little
version
dramatic?
of Robin Hood in Atlas. That's cool.
Easy to say for a Schnee heiress living comfortably up in Atlas.
Not anymore. Whoa, it's gorgeous up here. Don't let that fool you.
Pretty on the outside, ugly on the inside.
This isn't the police station.
It's Atlas Academy.
Nice. There are those
Guess we
Atlas
will be seeing the
soldier.
general.
Yeah, they're those
For
Atlas
better
soldier
or
uniforms
worse.
we know and love.
So, what do we do?
I don't know yet, but we should be careful with what we say.
Yikes.
We'll follow your lead, Ruby.
Aww. Guys. The thing may be pretty, but it's also very cold and stark.
I swear if I just sit through one more council meeting like that.
Yay, you're here!
Winter!
Winter. Anyone want to give us a hand with these?
You have 10 seconds to take those off before I start hurting you.
Oh, Winter! Oh, I love you.
Please, come in. It is so good to see
So
all of you.
happy. I want to cosplay
Our
that.
reception didn't really convey that.
I sincerely regret how you were treated by my team. When a rogue airship entered our airspace, it raised some red flags. We assume the ship was stolen.
Stolen? Okay, yeah. It was stolen.
You stole an Atlas airship? What were you thinking? You might have been shot down. How unbelievably irresponsible.
I'm sorry I worried you. But we did what we had to do.
I suppose I understand.
I love winter so much.
But I cannot believe that you allowed this to happen, Crow.
You try stopping these kids when they have their minds set on something. Speaking of which, we have some important information for you that's confidential.
Just their interactions.
Oh, is it about the relics?
Or perhaps the Winter Maiden?
You told them?
Yikes.
Did you really think you were the only one who got to work on a new plan after Beacon? With Ozpin gone, I needed my own team of people I could trust. So yes, I told them. The Aesops too. Which is why I'm so glad you're here. With this. Until now, I believed it was impossible to truly turn the tide against Salem. Oz has pushed her back, has kept
Ironwood.
victory out of her claws, but she will keep returning. Stronger and stronger.
Ironwood. Buddy.
Unless we destroy her.
Got some things to tell you.
But what about the Atlas relic?
You mean the Staff of Creation?
It's safe inside the vault.
And the Winter Maiden?
She is secure and in stable condition.
Stable condition?
What?
What does
She's,
that...
not exactly a spring chicken.
Oh.
I know how this all looks. Recalling my military, the embargo, I probably don't seem the most trustworthy right now.
Then why continue it?
The people of Mantle are hurting.
I needed to ensure Salem couldn't infiltrate Atlas, and I wanted my military here, protecting my people.
But it's not protecting them. It's making everyone hate you.
It's a price I'm willing to pay.
It really shouldn't be.
Just as you all have been entrusted with the knowledge of Salem's existence, I need you all to trust me. I have a plan.
No, you're really gonna want to listen
Husband
to
believed the
them.
best way to fight Salem was to do so in secret. Whether that was the right choice or not isn't for me to say. But we find ourselves in a position of needing, well, a new approach.
And what do you suggest?
That's Amity Coliseum.
Where the Vital Festival is held?
Indeed. When Beacon fell and everyone on Remnant lost contact with one another, I knew our current system was outdated. Amity was built to bring the nations together, and it will serve that purpose once again.
Isn't it great? We're not going to just replace Beacon Tower. Building a new tower on top of Amity Coliseum will re-establish global communications.
By launching the tower high into the atmosphere, our scientists believe we can create a sort of satellite, out of reach of the Grim and capable of maintaining global communications even if we were to lose another tower.
That is great.
That is a good
James.
idea, but
You don't need the entire military for this.
I will for the next part, where I finally tell the people about Salem.
yeah, no. No. That's called global panic. That's called rising grim populations. That's called Salem winning.
So that's why you withdrew your troops. To handle the panic that will break out in Atlas.
Yes, panic is inevitable, and panic brings grim, but I believe we are ready.
No.
Once Atlas has come to
They're
grips with
already
the fight
panicking
ahead,
enough.
I'll use Amity Tower to spread the message to all of Remnant.
But everything will fall apart.
You dumb
Grim will be
shit.
everywhere.
You're right. But Atlas is willing and prepared to assist.
Trying to hide the truth from the world will eventually kill us all.
No. He'll kill you all now.
Oz spent his whole life, many lives, keeping this secret.
I know. But since Beacon, things have changed. Without him here to guide us, all I can do is use my best judgment.
Okay, but you should probably listen to what they learned from their Look of Knowledge
What is it?
first.
Actually, Oz isn't completely gone.
Oscar here is the next Ozpin.
Oz?
Not
I'm
exactly.
so glad you're here. I didn't think you...
Not quite. He's kind of, gone at the moment.
That's not normal. How did he...
We don't know. We were in a train crash, and ever since, well, suddenly Oz wasn't there anymore.
Oh, they're gonna hide that information from him?
It's the worst news yet. Did you learn anything from him about the relics before...
He told us the lamp can answer 3 questions. But all the questions were used up already.
Oh, now she's pulling an Ozpin.
Right. Ozpin told us that too, once upon a time. At least we have you, Oscar. You're safe here in Atlas. Maybe together we can figure out how to bring Ozpin back.
Thank you, sir. I mean, General. Ironwood?
I love Oscar so much.
You're giving it back to me?
After what happened with the Aesops, I don't want you to think I'm keeping anything from you, especially something as important as this. For the time being, I think it's safest with the people who brought it here.
Interesting. Good call.
We must work together if we're to fight Salem and win. Now, if you're all on board,
Tell us how we can help.
good. Because getting the Amity Tower ready to launch won't be easy. But first, I think we need to get those weapons of yours up to our standards.
Oh,
Remember, this is Atlas. While assisting the military, we will provide you with the best equipment our scientists can devise.
Really?
Yeah!
So that was the second time I got banned. Then there was the
Great,
third time.
great,
All
great.
cut the chatter. I'd like to sincerely apologize for the miscommunication down in Mantle. We didn't intend to.
So bad, honestly. If we had known who you were, we'd be laughing over a hot meal right now. And
I understand. You were just following orders. I mean, you could have asked us some questions first.
Questions are for the weak. But we're all on the same team now. Not that I'm happy about it. We just wanted to say we're sorry. And that we're
That's
looking
adorable.
forward to working with you on our next mission. You might be students, but you've been fighting just as hard as we have. If not harder.
exactly why I'm looking forward to seeing what you kids can do.
Not everything's a competition, Hare.
Come on, let me show you around campus.
Bro. I meant it when I said it was good to see you again.
Yeah. You too.
So that way's the cafeteria, and that way's the training rooms. Oh, and over there are the classrooms.
Oh.
This all looks great, Penny. But where are we staying?
Remember, you're in Atlas now. As the most well-funded school on Remnant, every team at Atlas Academy gets their own room. And if that wasn't enough,
So we're staying in the dorms?
it'll be just like Beacon again.
Oh. Villains? Villains? It's military state spouting propaganda is what it is. It's Watts. It's gotta be. Oh, even he got a new outfit. He has one lanky...
For the last time, a singular hideout makes us more susceptible to discovery.
But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized?
We stay mobile.
Walking around a city with 1,000 eyes.
While cybersecurity has been stepped up in Atlas, as usual, none of the code was updated in Mantle.
That certainly sounds useful.
Oh, they're wreaking havoc on Mantle.
It should be. I helped write that code, after all.
That's not good.
Well, I suppose we all have our talents.
Where did he walk out of? Oh, you creepy little bastard. Yep, Eric. Eric was... Meg. Chris Wakeham, Donna Bennett. More Todd Womack. Cool. I mean, that is one of the things that we love about Tyrion, is because he is so incredibly unhinged, and that makes for a fascinating villain in any circumstance. So, I mean, props, but I wouldn't know, is he killing random people, or was that like a specific person that we know that he just killed? Because that would really suck. Watts is going to be able to wreak technological havoc on Mantle, and I think that's one of the things that they were kind of setting up in the first episode when they were talking about how, you know, someone on the inside clearly is working on messing up the communications and the security and everything, and of course we already knew that, but now we're kind of seeing it in the light of Atlas and how terrifying that can really be. So glad to see Winter again. I'm so glad that she's not like blind military personnel. You can tell she still really loves her sister, and she does care about the cause and what happens to everybody, and I miss her so much. Even just the tiniest little interaction between her and Crow, like I'm still the proud captain of the good ship Snowbird, self-proclaimed, of course, but I love them to death, and it was so good to see them again. I'm so looking for the upgrade. We're finally going to get that next episode. I was hoping it was this episode, but I'm looking forward to it. It's so fun, every new upgrade that they get. But I'm intrigued about Ironwood. Intrigued and terrified, because while I understand his plan, that doesn't mean it's a good idea. Like I said, Ozpid kept this a secret for a really good reason. And that's because the widespread panic and chaos and complete distrust in each other that would create could wipe out humanity in one fell swoop. That is a legitimate concern at this point in time, especially with what they learned from the Relic of Knowledge, that one of the things that the relics can do is that if they're all brought together and the gods are summoned, it'll be for basically a final judgment day to decide if humanity will be destroyed or kept going. But if humanity isn't worthy, if they're all still infighting and not doing great, which they're currently doing now, but that could be made even worse if they're told about Salem, that could really suck. I would understand telling more people about her, but public opinion might not be the best idea. Like, I was surprised about him telling Penny and Winter, but it makes sense. And having more people on their side that do know what's going on and that can be prepared for things that come around is a good idea. But the military is where I kind of draw the line with Ironwood, because he said that he withdrew his troops to contain the chaos of telling the world about Salem, but the problem is, one, having that many troops back in Atlas and Mantle is just making the people more uneasy, more feeling like there's a threat. I mean, that's already gonna stir up enough panic there, and just basically has turned it into a complete police state. Not that it wasn't before. We don't know what Atlas was really like before that, but Weiss has clearly said that this is different. But even more so than that is when Winter said that Atlas is ready to lend a hand to the possible chaos that could erupt throughout the world, but is that really true when they withdrew all their troops to control what happens in Atlas? That means that there's no one to help anywhere else in the world. That means that the other kingdoms could fall into chaos, and once again, that would point fingers back at Atlas. I just think it's a bad idea overall. I wonder if James would change his mind if he heard what they heard from the Relic of Knowledge, but evidently Ruby's decided to keep that one close to the chest, and I think it was smart to say that there's not any questions left in the Relic of Knowledge, because like they still don't know how much they can trust James. Like, I believe that he is good at heart. He has the best interests of people in mind, but the way he goes about it is flawed. So yeah, I'm worried. And I'm interested to see what all Ruby's reasonings are for hiding that stuff from him. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty similar, but if she has other things going on in her mind. And for Ruby to be the first to kind of initiate that kind of subterfuge is interesting. You can see how the rest of the team kind of looked at her when she did that, but if we know anything about Ruby, is that she knows what's best in terms of people. She's good at reading people. But yeah, that was a really interesting episode. Interesting to see what the bigger plan is at this point in time, or what Ironwood's bigger plan is at this point in time. And I'm interested to see how that's going to play out throughout the volume, because I feel like this could be either a great thing or a terrible, terrible thing, especially when you throw the villains that are already here into the mix. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. I feel like I could keep talking about this episode, but I also feel like I'm gonna cough my lungs out in a second, so I need to go get some cough drops. But thank you for watching. As I said before, I will put our Extra Life donation page in the description. If you could donate even just the smallest amount for the kids, it would help out so much. It's for a great cause, and it would mean so much to us, and so much to some really sick kids. So that's going to be in the top of the description. Please just consider it. Every tiny little bit helps. And thank you guys for watching. All other links for everything will be in the description. All kinds of social media, P.O. Box, Patreon, all that good stuff. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.